Hello, everyone. So once again, we are here to celebrate the anniversary of TCC, the Coach Circle. And as we celebrate, I have with me one of our premium members, and she's from Dubai, Sangeeta Manglani. And the best part about Sangeeta is that although she's not an inaugural member, but her presence in every meeting has made her very, very important and a sought after member of TCC. So I will let Sangeeta introduce herself to you. Sangeeta.
Thanks, Sapna. That is really nice of you. So I'm Sangeeta Manglani. I'm a spiritual psychologist and a connection coach. Most often people ask me why connection, because that's not something which is a very normal term that is used as in for a coach. But the reason I felt the need of using connection as the terminology for my offerings that I give is because I really help people connect with themselves at deeper levels. And when I say connect with themselves at deeper levels, it's about really getting in touch with your authentic self. So when you're able to connect with your authentic self, then you connect with others at a much more deeper level as well. And so I could not find another term that was really more apt than use it as a connection coach. Yeah, that's about what my core this thing is. And yeah, I'm a spiritual psychologist, and I say that because I've done my mastery in spiritual psychology as well. So yeah.
Sounds so good. Sounds so good. And connecting coaches is so simple to understand.
Yeah.
And it connects with the people. The word actually connects with the people. So
Yeah.
I
But you
believe
know what, Sapna? Many people ask me this, why connection coach? I'm like, what simple hai, samjho.
Samjho.
But yeah.
Right. So, Sangeeta, you are a connection coach. What is the kind of transformation are you looking at in your clients?
So the transformation that I really look is what transformation I have seen with myself in my life. Because in my journey, I've been in the corporate world for 25 years. I've been a trainer and a coach in the corporate world. But that training and that coaching differs at a very broad level from what we do here, because here I go really deep into individuals, understanding sometimes even blind spots that they are not able to see is what I'm able to bring out for them. I mean, they know it's there, but they can't really tap into that aspect of it. So as a coach, that is my job, to help them see it and not to tell them that this is missing. So that is one transformation that I try to do through my work, because if I tell somebody that this is missing in you, it's not really accepted very easily by people. And I think I can give you a classic example of myself here. When I went on this journey of coaching, I went because of my daughter. So the whole thing was that my daughter and I had, like, always used to have these headlocks with each other, because we used to think, my God, and she is a very headstrong child and I am a headstrong woman. So we used to really have a lot of clashes with each other. But coming from this background, or rather the subconscious mind always tells you that you are a parent and this is your child and the child must listen to you. So when it comes from that space, I always felt that, she's wrong and she needs to change and she needs to understand. So the whole idea I went to coaching was to fix my child. But during that coaching process, the coach that I met, I'm so glad I met her and I always thank her for that. So when she told me that she would really work with me, my ego kind of really stood up so high, and I was like, I don't have a problem. I am doing my job absolutely right. The problem is with my daughter. I've bought her to be fixed, not me. And she was like, very kindly, very compassionately, she told me, no, 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 we'll work with her, but through you. And the moment she told me that, that elevated me. Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is perfect. So I kind of see the exact same with people when they come to me, because we are not ready to accept that we can. And I'm not saying it's fault, it's right, it's wrong. It's about none of that. It's just about seeing things from a different perspective. And when you get there, you can, like, how we always say, when you think of work or when you do something, try and think out of the box. Then you always get the output is going to be something different, and it's not going to be what everyone gets. I think it's exactly same with me for coaching, and that is the transformation I want to see in people. Yeah.
This is so interesting, Sangeeta. Identify the blind spot, but don't tell them that this is a blind spot and work on it.
Yeah.
How beautiful it is. I think this should be valid for all the niches, not only mental support kind of niche, but I guess I'm just thinking, I'm looking at myself also as a communication coach or a professional communication coach. People don't really accept that.
And
This
it's not
is the
just
problem.
coaching. Sorry, it's not just for coaching world, Sapna, it's even for your day-to-day living. Just imagine you telling your child this is not right. And the child is obviously going to come into defense mode. Or you telling your spouse that, this is not what it should be, or this is how you want it to be. The same thing, you just offer it in a way that, my understanding is that this is not how I would go by it. But if you think that works for you, then you can give it a shot. You have immediately just turned the tables to that person totally, to now see from your viewpoint as well before making a decision. So that's a great way to go about, I think.
This is called manipulation. Telling them things in a way that they feel that it's not for them, but it's for someone else. But that's all communication and building relationship is done like that.
Yeah. I don't know if we would term it as manipulation, I just think it's a communication style.
Yes.
So instead of looking at it as a manipulation, I would say it is an absolute compassionate way of looking at people.
That's another way, right? So this is wonderful. This was so interesting to hear and kind of get into a mini discussion. So Sangeeta, how do you bring about this change? What do you do as a coach?
So as a coach, I, of course, like I try to reach out to individuals, and whoever comes to me, the first thing that I do is I offer them a discovery session. Because for me, and that's a free discovery session, because I very strongly believe that we all are energies in ourselves. And if I can't connect with you, or you can't connect with me, then no matter how many sessions you work with me, you're not going to get what you've come for. So it's absolutely important that we have a session where we try to understand, or at least I try to understand what you want. And then the person who's come to me tries and understands the way I work. If this style of my working works for them, does it allow them to feel comfortable with me when they are working through me? Do they trust me? How ready are they to open up to me? So I think that first session is all about building that trust for the client, and to be able to see my style of work, me assessing whether I can really support this person in any way. Because there may be areas where I may not be able to tap into, and I really have to be very honest about that. So that is the way I work with people. And that is at an individual level. But again, I also work at corporate level. So there I tap into broad aspects, which is into leadership, but also into a lot of self work with leadership. So those are the kind of things that I do, and I help individuals in that journey.
Awesome. So you've told me how you work. Now you tell me, where can people find you?
So yeah, I am available on Instagram under this thing of the connection_coach. I am available on LinkedIn by the name of Sangeeta Manglani. I'm also available on Facebook, and I have a website which is sangeetamanglani.com. So yeah, you can reach me out in any of these places.
I will add another one to this. You can find Sangeeta also on www.thecoachcircle.com. We have profiles of all our premium members there, including Sangeeta. And you can also have a peek into how she does her presentation, how she teaches, because you will find videos of Sangeeta as well as other coaches who are actually disbursing knowledge on their niche. You can find any of them and all of them for your needs there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And Sangeeta, you are part of TCC. As I said, you came in, you were not the inaugural member, but you came in and you've made a huge space for yourself. Your presence is very noticeable.
Mhm.
And your absence is as noticeable as well. Tell me, what made you join TCC?
Honestly, I think I've been working with Pramod before, because we were on another group as well, which was more about networking group, where we were previously there. I think it was more of understanding from Pramod that this is all about coaches and trainers. And that really, because, networking, I do a lot. I network here as well, and I network in different places, different Facebook groups as well. But the fact that it was more to do with coaches and trainers. And then when I came for the first meeting, because I know TCC offers us 2 free meetings, which really allows you to explore and understand what is offered here, rather than just push yourself into a networking community again. So that when I attended, I saw that there was a lot of space for you to grow, as well as support others to grow, because of course it is a great networking platform where people are helping each other. But the best part about it I like is that you are allowed to express yourself, and there's very honest communication and feedback that we receive here. So you are growing every meeting that you are here, and that is what really touched me, and took me the space to decide to join in TCC.
Thank you so much. I think this is exactly what we wanted to build, and you validating it helps us look at our journey as co-founders, that we have taken TCC in the right direction.
Yeah.
Sangeeta, how would you recommend TCC to others?
Oh, absolutely. And as I said, you have the opportunity to come join us, be part of the group, 2 free visits, and see and feel what exactly TCC offers you, what it gives you, and what you get out of it. Also, we have like before the meeting actually starts, we have a very open communication that goes on, and it's with no agenda really. So, like many communication or networking meetings that you go into, there's always an agenda pre-planned, like this is what we are going to talk about today, and then everyone's planning what they want to speak about and they come with that. But when you come off agenda at times, there's so much more authenticity that comes out at that point in time. And another thing that I really, really love about is that, the first slide that we start off with is, what do you think about a particular image or about a particular picture? And it really helps us to start brainstorming, but in split of seconds. So you don't have enough time, but yet you're like, kind of just going into that mode where maybe you don't have the opportunity to sit with yourself and do. So yeah, that is what, and I would say, come join us, see what it makes you feel. And if you feel that this is your space, please jump in and join us.
Indeed. Jump in and join us. Yes, we also have, as coaches, we should be able to draw analogies.
Yeah.
With respect to our niche. So the idea of the first impression that you just mentioned is this, that we kind of get tuned to thinking in a particular way, and it will help. Also, It is like something very light, fun, yet it'll add something to our learning every day. And pointed questions also we ask at times, like, what is your goal for this month, or what did you achieve this month? Let me tell you, Sangeeta, I write the questions there, I put the questions, pictures there, but when it is my turn to answer, it gets me thinking. I am rolling really fast in my head, trying to figure out an answer. What did I do? What do I want to do? What is my goal? Now, even if you're not prepared, you are forced to even think, at least for a couple of minutes, about, yes, what your goal is or what have you achieved. Otherwise, we would just go, just flow and not even realize what our achievements are or what our failures are, and how we should just pick ourselves up and move forward. So yes,
Absolutely.
that's a very good point that you pulled out, that yes, that's a regular feature in our meeting. And I love doing that. And I love the first 10 minutes where we just let loose everyone. You just join, chit chat,
Yeah.
ask each other anything, talk about anything. And let me assure everyone, something you'll take out of that 10 minutes also. So I insist all our premium members to join absolutely on time, because they're losing a lot if they're
Yeah.
not. Yes. And of course, we go live with our meetings. So if anybody wants to really explore or understand a little bit more about TCC meetings, then we have our Facebook page that's called The Coach Circle. Go find it. You will find a number of meetings, because we go live there. You will find recordings there. You will find introduction of all our members there. And yes, now we are separating the speaker part and putting it into our community. So you can jump into our community and see that. So you have everything out there for you. Whether you attend the meeting or not, you can still understand what TCC is all about. And now it's 1 year old. We have stabilized a lot more. We are more confident, and we have more members, and we have a strong community, and a very, very, very warm community, I would say, which is moving hand in hand together. Be a part of it. We would love to have all of you. And Sangeeta, thank you so much for being a part of this series. I loved talking to you. I have again learned something from you. Always a pleasure.
Before you end, Sapna, I'm going to share with you. I was just reading this book, and I think it's one of my all-time favorite books. It's called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. It's a very simply written book. I wouldn't say it's even a written book. It's more of pictures and then, small words that come here and there. And in one of that, there's a conversation between the mole and this boy. And I think the boy asked the mole, or the mole asked the boy. I can't really remember now. But he says that, what does success mean to you? And he turned around and says that it means love to me. And I was just wanting to bring forward to you that, this community also offers a lot of connection and love. And that's why we are growing together. So yeah, just join us for that at least.
Be a part of our family.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sangeeta.
Thank you so much.
Like always, a pleasure. And I am enjoying doing this series, because I am getting to do one-to-one in this way with each one of you, and also get to know you all a lot more better.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Sure. Bye-bye. Take care.
See you.